Good evening. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for February 19, 2020. I'd like to remind everybody this meeting is being audio and video recorded for the open meeting laws of Massachusetts. Tonight we had scheduled a public hearing for 17 Lawrence Street, also known as Abbyville. Due to a conflict of one of our voting members, we are going to, we have asked the applicant to continue that public hearing till March 12th at 7 p.m. So could I get a motion to continue the public hearing for 17 Lawrence Street, Abbyville, till March 12th at 7 o'clock?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We have a couple of minutes to look at. We have January 15th and January 29th. If you could all look at January 15th.
I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes of January 15th, 2020.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
If everybody could take a look at the January 29th meeting minutes.
got it, that's where I stopped on the tape.
Okay, do we have to, do we sort of, that's,
No, you know what, I'll just delete it.
or do we have
I'll
to,
write
over
it
that
down.
purpose, is that important for us?
Oh, God, no, it's, means I was 59 minutes, 36.
You just want, so you just want to at the end of sentence?
Hmm?
End of sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a note on page 3, where it's got that 5936 in parens. That's just where I stopped to take a break on the, on the movie, on the video.
I thought you were quoting a biblical
Yeah,
passage.
yeah, exactly. No, I'll just white that out, there should be a period.
Okay.
I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes of January 29th, 2020, as amended.
Yep, second.
Second. Discussion? Amy, I just had a couple of things on the first page, and maybe you talk about, it says the overstory, is that what the word was she used, actually?
I thought so. Is that
Yeah.
a familiar word to anyone here?
Three quarters of the way
Like the,
down, she
you know,
talks
the
about the
overgrowth?
small narrow wetland that goes through the property, the overstory of which has a nut-bearing trees.
Yeah.
I just,
I
yeah.
think it's like the
Well,
overhanging
usually
branches,
canopy, but I didn't
I'll
know
check.
it was called overstory.
I can check.
And then on this page 2, regarding hydrology, you say qualified as a certified vernal pool, he and concluded that the performance standards, I think you meant, he then concluded.
Yes.
That-
Okay.
Okay. And then right underneath your biblical passage, the next paragraph down, you have, he would submit a letter, this matter, should be on this matter, so.
Okay.
Good catch, good nice catch.
Nice
Huh?
catch.
Nice catch.
So, any further discussion?
Yeah, just credit to Amy for capturing so much of this stuff.
That's right. Better her than us,
Yeah,
right?
So-
well, credit to
Same
the
motion as amended,
videographers
yep.
back
Okay,
there.
so,
So we had discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Great, okay. New business, I know we have a letter from the Friends of the Lawrence Street that you all have received. The applicant, obviously, we don't have a public hearing tonight, so we're not going to discuss these, but he has said that he will have answers ready for the meeting on March 12th, which is next Thursday, and he has received it. Okay?
Next,
No, it is
not
not
next
next
Thursday.
Thursday.
The 12th, I'm sorry, the 12th, not next Thursday, the following Thursday.
Thank you.
No, I think it's the one after that.
Say again?
I think it's one after that.
Is it?
Can I just make a comment on the extent, the content, the purpose of the letter?
Just a quick, because we don't want to deliberate, right?
We're saying,
It's really
Came
about,
down, so we want to,
okay. This, Dave Diamond, 3 Brett's Farm Road. This is, we wrote the letter for the purpose of kind of recapping. The last meeting we had was on a very positive note. There were some questions at the end of, what's the incline? Is this a vernal pool and things? So we thought it'd be good to just set across our team, too, what the process is by the law and what we should get, okay? And then the other piece was kind of to recount on what we had asked for in the past meetings, kind of keep track of. And so I think that's it. Did anyone else have any comments on it? Okay? Yeah, just hope that's helpful to you all.
yep. no,
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Is a Thursday.
It's a Thursday,
Yes.
yes. Yeah.
3 weeks from tomorrow.
3 weeks, okay. Thank you. And the other business is, as you all remember, I think Tim and Josie weren't on the board, 43 Rockwood Road, which was the building across the street from the Simpsons house here on Rockwood Road. The
Office building.
little office
Yeah,
building.
the building commissioner had ruled that it was he thought it had continued use. The Simpsons appealed that to our board. We found in favor and said that we thought that it had lost its non-conforming status due to non-use.
Correct.
The applicant appealed to appeals court. They've spent about a year fighting this, and both parties have now decided that it's just, and the town has actually been named in the suit as well, but the Simpsons have had to shoulder the financial cost of this for the town. And they just can't do it any longer, and the applicant is tired. And so both parties have come to an agreement for a short period of time. And what they, and the select board, because they're the only ones who can enter litigation or can close out litigation, will have to go into executive session and also approve this agreement along with the two parties. And they would like to ask this board to allow me to represent the zoning board of appeals and grant me the right to sign on behalf of the zoning board the agreement that these parties have come into. So I'm looking for a motion to allow the chair of the zoning board to sign off on this agreement.
Will we be able to, do we know the agreement, or?
Because it's going to be held in executive session, I can't discuss it now, but both parties have agreed to it. It's as I say, it's a lose-lose situation. Nobody really wins. It's too bad, a lot of money spent on it. And, but that's about, I think it's, other than that, I probably wouldn't go into detail with it until the select board signs off on it.
Chris, so the selectmen will be making, in effect, they'll be adjudicating and making the decision,
Correct.
all right? So there's,
On behalf of the town.
on behalf of the town. And so they're asking that you just represent the zoning board?
I would be signing off for the zoning board. I would be signing the agreement on behalf of the zoning board. Because it's executive session, instead of trying to make everybody get together,
Okay.
all the members, just appoint one
I'm
member.
just trying to understand if there's a
Yeah,
possible
appoint one
conflict.
member. No.
I don't think there is,
I-
because we're not voting per se, okay?
Exactly. And I actually will recuse myself from the Board of Selectmen signature signing and just represent the zoning board, since it's actually,
And-
we were the ones who actually created the decision. So alls I'm looking for is a motion to allow me to represent and sign off on behalf of the zoning board of appeals, the decision.
I make a
and
motion that we appoint you as the representative of the zoning board for the selectmen meeting on 43 Rockwood issue to be held in executive session with the selectmen on a date to be determined.
Second.
Any further discussion?
You being the chairman.
Hmm?
I said you being the chairman.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. All right, do we have anything else? Anybody else have any other business?
Yes.
Kevin?
So, a few meetings ago, we had discussed, and started deliberating at 7 Phillips Way, correct? I think that's still hanging out there.
Yes, back at the planning board.
Okay. Has the applicant request or asked to withdraw his application before the zoning board at this
He
time?
hasn't asked yet, and my guess is he will. It's just he's waiting to get his ducks in order with the planning board before he goes back to us.
Do you know where our time period stands right now?
It's,
Yeah, I think it's early May because we
Yeah.
have, it was 90 days.
days, yeah,
So I
from
think
the-
it's early May.
Right.
Rich McCarthy is working on this, and it's going on our agenda next month. I don't remember specifically what's happening, but he has spoken with town council, and it will be addressed
I just want to make sure
within the
it
timeframe.
doesn't get
Yeah,
forgotten about within that timeframe.
yeah, people are aware of the timeframe, and it's penciled in for the next agenda.
Okay.
and actually what they've done is they've actually, I don't know if you watched, but Phillips Way is no longer, it's actually become part of Shire Drive. I think Shire Drive, it was,
I did catch
it was
that,
decision, yeah. So he'll be having to fix that as well. So, yeah, so that's being taken care of.
Okay.
It'll be back in front of us.
All right.
Good. Yes.
I want to clarify something. I guess, first of all, Amy, when officially did we open the hearing for Abbyville?
The second
It was-
phase, or,
June,
Still, it's considered from the...
consider one application.
the first hearing was June 7th, 2017,
Right. Yep.
I think. So
Oh, that's right.
that's the one you missed.
Yeah,
June 7th, 2017,
Yeah.
all right?
Yep.
And how many board members can currently vote on it,
4,
which are?
Mike, Chris, Joe, and Devin.
Okay. And then the next thing is on 144. When did we officially open that?
That first hearing was June 5th, 2019.
And the people who can vote on that?
We have 5. Chris, Mike, Joe, Dawn, Devin.
Okay, so all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. we have discussed, because of the length of time that's gone on for both of these, okay? And we never opened it officially in 17 when he first applied. We did a kind of a safe harbor thing because we had more than, what was it, 100
Right.
units or 200
Right.
units? Okay.
3 hearings, 20 years.
Can
So
we
it
get a-
didn't open till June of 19.
Okay. Can we get a clarification, a formal written clarification? Can we request that Dan or our attorney to the, I'm guessing Mass Housing, relative to the requirement, which is of the minimum number of voting people and how many meetings they can miss? In other words, I guess what I'm looking at is, and tonight, it's unfortunate, but we're to a point now where Abbyville, where we can't have a meeting if one of the 4 of you, or if more than one of the 5 of us, miss either one of these lengthy 40Bs. And there was some general discussion that was bantered around through Dan, okay, that there might be some exceptions that could be made for something that has dragged on as long as this. But we need to know that formally, because we could be in a situation where any one of the 3 of you or Mike could, God forbid, get sick and something happen where suddenly we're in a situation where this person can't participate. I just think we should have clarification from Mass Housing as to what that would mean. If it would default to an automatic approval? And I know what the law, I read through the law, but it didn't seem to take into account a 40B application that's lasted 3 years.
Well, it doesn't have a time period, but the town clerk had looked into this, and I've got this from the Massachusetts Basic Practice Manual, 6th edition she had given me. It says, if the municipality has accepted general law, chapter 39, section 23D, which we have, blah, 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 a board member may miss one session of the hearing and still vote if the board member certifies in writing that he or she has examined all the evidence, et cetera, et cetera. A new public hearing is required if a member of the board resigns and the number of remaining members who attended the hearing is not sufficient to grant the relief requested. It follows that a quorum of a board may be necessary to conduct a statutory public hearing, must include all members of a board consisting, this talks about what the quorum is, 2/3 of a board with more than 5 members. So it says a new hearing would be required.
So could you clarify what that means?
Yeah, does that mean like we start all over again?
Yeah, no, does that mean we?
Yeah, I mean, we
start
could,
with
I
another
will refer
180-day
it.
period?
I will refer it to
You know what, we can ask,
town
we
council, Dan Hill.
can ask town council the next time they're in town, which I think is next week, not this week, but ask them
Okay.
just to clarify it.
Because obviously
Okay.
the applicant wouldn't be so
Yeah.
happy that they get.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I think, Carol Green did look into it. I don't know if she spoke to town council,
Yeah.
but she gave me this and just said that seems to be the answer. So, but, yeah, we'll look into it.
So would that mean that then we could, appoint somebody else if somebody couldn't be on it because we're starting a new public hearing? So it would kind of like reset the clock. Therefore, who's ever around, either the two, or maybe myself starts all over again, but it doesn't matter. In other words, that we would then turn around and have a full slate of.
Well, it sounds to me like it would be a new public hearing, so.
Start all over again.
Start all over again, that's wild.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had no alternates who qualified, right?
No.
But I don't know. I think there
It's a
might be
good
reasons
question
for not
just to
being able to
clarify,
do that.
especially with regard to 40Bs.
Yeah. So we'll
Yes,
talk
to
to
say.
town
Yeah, just
council.
I think it's just, we
It's
don't
only those
expect
two.
them, we don't expect them to go 2 years, 3 years. Obviously, that's why they set a 180-day limit.
Right.
We've actually, had some issues, so it's made it a little more difficult. And it is unreasonable to ask someone to be able to be here 3 years. It's very tough to only miss 2 meetings, or miss one meeting, or not be able to move or go on with your life,
Sitting over your lap.
right?
I
But-
was not going to the parking lot alone with Dawn tonight.
Say again?
I'm not going to the parking lot alone with Don.
Yeah, right.
I don't have no idea what this guy's thinking about.
That's right. All right. Yeah, we can ask Peter Mello. Matter of fact, if you want, I'll put in an email to him if you want. Ask him to give us a clarification.
That'd be great.
Anything else? Josie, you're quiet over there.
Just listening.
Good. Tim, anything?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Joe?
I'm fine, too.
All right.
Could you just clarify for our next meetings, the topics, the main, the
The agenda.
The agenda, yeah.
Don must not want to go home tonight. He wants
I
to
know.
sit here and talk to you, right?
Usually I have all of my agendas with me. Tonight I didn't bring them because it was a quick meeting.
I think March 4th is
March 4th,
isn't that Al Quaglieri, isn't that 194?
yes, but we won't have, Devin, and you didn't ask me about that one, because I think we've only got 4 voting members for that.
That was gonna be possibly a continuance, then.
Right.
194 Main Street, we only have 4 voting members for as well.
So we're probably going to have to continue that one.
Yeah.
Neither
Now,
of these guys are
Devin
on
has
board.
not missed one,
Right.
Oh,
so it's
Yes.
kind of in the applicant's court what he wants to do about that.
I haven't missed one, but the problem is a quorum in Norfolk is
Right.
four
Right.
members.
So he's got to have 4 out of a 5-member board, so we can't have the hearing.
Well, we can have a meeting. All right, let's,
Yeah, but you don't have a quorum,
We'll have to look
you don't have a
into that.
quorum of the voting members.
You can have a meeting of the ZBA,
Right.
but you can't have the hearing
Right.
because there's not a quorum.
We looked
for a
into
hearing.
that, because we're a 5-member board, you have to have 4. Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll have to push that one off.
okay.
And then the next one's the
Okay.
12th, which will be Abbyville.
Abbyville.
But
And
That one happens.
isn't 3 a quorum of a 5-member board?
Ours is 4, it's 4 for a 5-member
I mean,
board.
4 have to approve the special permit or the comprehensive permit. Oh, no, only 3 have to approve a comprehensive permit, actually. Have to approve it, but we need 4 voting members.
I'll
but
ask,
I think we
I'll put that in the email to
the
Peter
hearing
Mello,
with
just to
3.
clarify that too.
Okay,
Just to make sure, but I think it's 4.
Okay.
We already discussed this a couple
I
times.
know I've seen it.
I've looked at it too,
Right.
so,
Yeah, because otherwise we could have had the meeting,
Right.
Devin could have watched it, and we would have
Right.
been caught up.
yeah, we have already looked at this a couple of times.
Well, let us know ahead of time we have to have that meeting.
Yeah.
Be good to know ahead of time.
Yes, and the 12th is gonna be Abbyville, and the 18th is 144 Seekonk.
Oh, there's one on the 12th too?
Yes.
It's not on here.
and then we have,
We just added it.
Yeah.
We just added it like today.
you have emails from today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah.
And the 18th is 144?
Yes.
So when is 194 going to be moved to?
We don't know yet. the
We had to make the
Has the
motion.
applicant, has he given us an extension either?
No,
Yeah. What's his drop dead date right now?
I don't have that
Yeah.
with me.
But I think his drop dead date is before that even, so.
Is what?
Is 180 day.
See,
Is what?
April
I think-
15th,
is it-
maybe? Somebody's April
I thought it was
15th.
before that, but we'll have to see.
Right, so we're gonna have to meet on the 4th.
We're gonna,
just to-
well,
to
you may have
continue-
to.
Just to continue
We
it.
have to, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll definitely have to meet to
All right.
continue it,
Wow, we're going all the way out to May.
so,
I can,
yeah, so we'll let you know. Do you have any restrictions?
No, not so far.
Okay.
I'm traveling on the 19th of March. Okay. So, I'm good.
All right.
And then we don't have an April 1st firm schedule for a hearing?
March 4th is the expiration of 194.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And
So we have to have a meeting.
Oh, no,
we
we
don't
decided-
have anybody or anything scheduled yet for April
Gotcha.
1st,
Okay.
but I'm sure we will.
We'll probably have Phillips Way by then. Do planning board's taking it up in March again? Phillips Way?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we have to finish 15 Lincoln too. That might be the 4th of March. I'm not sure.
That's a solar field, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. solar
Did we
field.
start that one?
We opened it up, but then I think they continued.
Okay,
Did some issues with the planning board as well.
okay.
Yep, that is the 4th of March.
Anything else? All right. Do we have a motion to close the zoning board of appeals meeting of February 19th at 7:28 PM?
So moved.
Second.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.